What's up, ladies? What's up, gentlemen? My name is Justin. Welcome to my channel, 502 Fragrance Reviews, and I want to talk to you guys today about 7 fragrance notes that I think that you should give a chance. You know, in my time of being in retail and coming across many different customers, there would be certain types of fragrance notes that customers would just not even want to dare try because of they have different memories associated to that fragrance note, or they have their own assumption of what that fragrance note would come across like in fragrances, even though honestly they didn't really know. There are some fragrance notes that people didn't like, but ironically enough, their favorite fragrances had that exact note in that fragrance that they wore or wear. So I want to talk to you guys today about 7 fragrance notes that are actually really solid, but you need to really give them a chance, and I'm gonna give you different reasons, you know, kind of why as we go on about this. So the first fragrance note I want to talk to you guys about is the note of tobacco. Typically, in my time being in retail, I've had customers not really want to associate themselves with tobacco when I mention tobacco and fragrances, because I guess they got some kind of negative association with, you know, the whole cigarettes things and like people smoking and stuff like that. Which, I mean, I can understand where they're coming from, but ironically enough, tobacco and fragrances come across really sexy actually. And typically, you know, tobacco is more so in masculine and men's fragrances. But there are certain fragrances out there. I don't have my bottles with me, but I'm gonna bring them up like this. This is like really interesting to show you guys. This is for ladies and men to watch this too. It's not just for guys to watch this. For example, Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, a very popular fragrance in the fragrance world and the average consumers. That fragrance is literally all about tobacco. Tobacco and vanilla. That fragrance is marketed as unisex. I would have different ladies and guys say, man, I love that Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. But they didn't really know that tobacco came across like that in fragrances. And also you got other fragrances out there like Xerjoff's Naxos, Parfums de Marly's Herod, Dolce & Gabbana The One. These fragrances right here, especially Dolce & Gabbana The One and Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, these two right here, these are fragrances right here that's more so big with the average consumers and the fragrance community. They're really good fragrances, but some people out there wouldn't think that because I say, oh, there's tobacco in it. No, tobacco is a really nice note in fragrances. Don't be turned off by a fragrance because it's got the note tobacco in it, because typically tobacco makes a fragrance more sexier for the most part. Tobacco is used really heavily with sexy fragrances. So it's a fragrance note right there that you guys should give a chance, and that is tobacco. This fragrance note I want to talk to you guys about that you should give a chance. This is a big one. Oh, this in my time of being in retail, this is a big one. It's lemon. This is the second note I want to talk to you guys about. Lemon. I would have so many customers associate the note of lemon with lemon pledge or lemon cleaner. There will be certain fragrances out there that maybe I can understand where they're coming from, but anything with lemon, they just typically would just shun it off completely. Like, oh, I don't want to smell like lemon pledge, lemon cleaner. But there's a lot of fragrances out there that's got the note of lemon in it, like lemon used very dominantly, that doesn't come across like lemon cleaner. And also, depending on how it's mixed with other ingredients, it can come off actually different. Let's talk about a few fragrances. Versace's Manno Fresh. This is actually, I'm noticing my time of being in retail, a very popular fragrance. A lot of guys have this, and I think women can wear this too. I think it's a unisex, but that's another topic. But they don't know that one of the main notes in that fragrance is lemon. And another fragrance I'll talk to you guys about is Mancera's Oud Lemon Mint. This one's really interesting because this one right here is actually a creamy lemon fragrance. Like the mixture of lemon and almonds that's in that fragrance, the almond gives it a nice creamy texture to the fragrance. Those two fragrances right there are really nice lemon fragrances that, I mean, you need to try it even if you think lemon may be a lemon cleaner type of smell. I know one fragrance that was really big in my department store that people really thought came across a lemon pledge. That was Creed's Neroli Sauvage. That one right there, the way it was blended, many people thought it came across like lemon pledge or lemon cleaner. But lemon is not a fragrance note that you should be afraid of. And actually, as you can tell at this point in the video, this video right here is more tailored to the average consumers, guys. All my other viewers watching this, This video right here is more tailored to the average consumer. It's not really big or experienced with fragrances like me, like the fragrance community. We know about all these notes that are great, but they don't know about these notes, because they have different misconceptions about it. But it's another fragrance note right there that you guys should give a chance, and that's lemon. Third fragrance note I think you guys should give a chance. This actually, believe it or not, is actually gonna be more so for the experienced people in fragrances. It's oud. When I mention oud to average consumers, actually, they don't even know what oud is. So this note right here is something that more so the experienced people should, because we know what oud is, y'all should give oud more of a chance. Typically, there's different people out there that got misconceptions that say oud is really stanky, really animalic, fecal-like smelling, and is there some oud fragrances out there that's like that? Yes, there is. But also there's oud fragrances out there that are wearable. There's different wearable ouds. And speaking of that, real quick, the other day, Big Beard Business posted a video, top 10 wearable oud fragrances. I'm gonna leave a link in the pinned comment below so you guys check that out, because I thought that was a really cool video that no other YouTuber's done. Oud is a fragrance where a note where if it's blended with other ingredients, it can be wearable. Some examples to give you, for me, from my experience, you got Banana Republic's Oud Mosaic. This one right here is very comparable to a much more expensive fragrance from Dior. This fragrance right here is really classy, it's elegant, man or woman can wear it, inexpensive price tag. It's a good introductory fragrance into oud. Another fragrance I can tell you guys about, it's got oud in it that you should check out. Jo Malone's Oud and Bergamot. Also you got Montal's Oud Amazing. These fragrances right here, these three I think are really good introductory fragrances in the oud, because many people out there have a misconception with oud. They feel like oud is, like I said, stanky, animalic, fecal, disgusting smelling. Is there some fragrances out there that leads to the animalic, fecal side that's got oud in it? Yes, but not every fragrance that's got oud in it is like that. So it's a fragrance note right there that people should open up to more, and that's oud. The fourth one I want to mention to you ladies and gentlemen that you should give a chance. This is another big one. This is actually just as big as lemon, if not bigger. It's rose. This one right here is leaning more towards women, but also men too. Oh my goodness, in my time and being in retail, I would have so many women that would say, I hate the note of rose because it reminds me of my mom, my grandma, it reminds me of funeral home. But you know what's the funny thing is? One of the most popular women fragrances in the world that literally every woman wears is Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. I would have countless women come in and say they don't like the note of rose, as I was talking to them about other fragrances they could try, and I would ask them what's the fragrances that they like, and women would say rave, like, oh, I love Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. But that's all about rose. It's a mixture of rose, patchouli, orange, stuff like that. It's a really dominant rose and patchouli fragrance, and I would tell them that, they'd be like, oh, I didn't know that, because of the way it's blended. Some fragrances out there on the masculine side too, many men are afraid to try. This is more so for the average consumers. Us experienced people in fragrances, we don't care about floral fragrances, but for the average consumer, they'll be like, oh no, I don't want to wear, a guy saying this, they were like, I don't want to wear a fragrance that's got rose in it. Why would I want to do that? Because they just assume that it's going to smell feminine. Not the case. But we know this. Some fragrances out there that I think should be checked out for sure, it's got a rose in it, is YSL's Long Outing. This is a nice masculine rose fragrance. This is leaning more masculine, ladies, if you just bear with me. This is a masculine rose fragrance. This is very popular in the fragrance community. Guys, instant fragrances, we know that this is a beast. But the average consumers will be like, why would I try this? But you gotta just give it a chance. You can't just shun it away. On the women's side, Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle, one of the biggest women's fragrances in the world. It's got a very prominent rose note in it. It's very prominent. Another fragrance to talk to you guys about, Montal's Intense Cafe. This one's a unisex one, ladies and gentlemen. This one is a really nice gourmand rose fragrance. It's a mixture of rose, coffee, vanilla. It's a really popular fragrance in the fragrance community. Many ladies and guys and women that are in the fragrances, they say whenever they wear this fragrance, they get a lot of compliments from people. And those people don't even know that fragrance is based around rose. Even another one that I really like, Estee Lauder's Evening Rose. This one right here is marketed towards women, but I think that it's unisex because I think a guy could wear this too. But this one right here, it's a boozy rose fragrance. It's all about rose, cognac, incense, blackberry. That's a really cool fragrance. These fragrances right here are really nice, unique rose fragrances that's different from the typical misconception people have, which is many people think rose smells like old woman, no disrespect, or funeral home. But for some reason they think that, but that's not how rose always comes off in fragrances. And these 4 right here are really good fragrances to check out. So it's another fragrance note that you give a chance, and that is rose. The 5th fragrance note that you guys should give a chance, ladies and gentlemen, is Boozy Notes. This is definitely, I'm definitely targeting average consumers when I say this. Us in the fragrance community, us people that's experienced with fragrances, we know boozy fragrances are amazing. Fragrances that got whiskey in it, rum, cognac, brandy, champagne accords, like stuff like that, like stuff that's boozy. We know those fragrances are amazing, but I'm pretty sure the average consumer would probably say, why would I wear a fragrance that's got boozy stuff in it? Why would I want to smell like I've been drinking? That right there, I've gotten comments like that from people in my time of being in retail, from customers. But that's not how fragrances always come across with Boozy Notes. Some fragrances that you should give a chance: Carolina Herrera CH Manon Privé. This one right here is known in the fragrance community to be one of the most sexy, seductive date night fragrances in the designer fragrance world. This one right here is a mixture of whiskey, leather, cardamom, tonka bean. It's a very sexy fragrance. Another one right here is Terry Mueller's Pure Malt. It's all about whiskey once again, malt whiskey, fruity notes, patchouli, very sexy once again. Another one I'll let you guys know about is Bentley for Men Intense. This has got rum in it. It's a really nice masculine rum fragrance that smells very high class, very luxurious. Really good for when you're dressed nicer or really dressed for formal occasions. These fragrances right here are really nice fragrances that's got boozy notes in it. If you see a fragrance that's got a boozy note in it, rum, cognac, whiskey, brandy, don't be afraid of it and be like, oh, I don't want to smell like I've been drinking. It won't come across like that 9 times out of 10. There's been one fragrance that I've came across so far that smells like that. And that's Nasimoto's Baranda. That one's good though. I'm probably gonna pick a bottle of that up. That does smell like you've been drinking. I'm not even gonna lie. That one does. But these other 3 don't come across like that. So it's another fragrance note you guys should give a chance, and that is Boozy Notes. 6th fragrance note that you guys should give a chance. This one right here, I got many negative reactions or negative comments about this note in my time being in retail, and this is Patchouli. I would have different customers come across to me and say, I hate the smell of patchouli. Like they would say that they know friends or relatives that wears patchouli essential oil, which is literally only patchouli. So that right there, I can see why that's pushing it. But that one negative experience come across somebody like that wearing patchouli essential oil, that just turned them all off away from patchouli. Patchouli is not always a stanky like smell. Like, you know how, like I was saying, how with oud, many experienced fragrance people are afraid of oud because it can link fecal or animalic or stanky. Well, many average consumers are afraid of patchouli because they think the same thing. Many people think that average consumers think that patchouli is stanky or fecal or disgusting smelling. No, patchouli is another note that's very nice, that makes you smell more so very sophisticated, very sexy. Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle, that's what I already mentioned. Ladies, if you're watching this on the women's side, there's a very prominent patchouli note in Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. And I know a lot of women wear that fragrance. So if you wear that fragrance and you're like, man, I hate to smell patchouli. If you wear that fragrance, you like patchouli because it's in there very heavy. Some fragrances to let you guys know about that can be a nice introductory fragrance into patchouli would be a fragrance from Hermetica. Hermetica's Patchouli Light. I've smelled this. This is a nice brand right here. This is a more of a lighter patchouli fragrance that can be a nice introductory fragrance into patchouli. Another one to let you guys know about, ladies and gentlemen, is Towerville's Patchouli Flash. Very inexpensive. It's a niche fragrance actually. 30 ml bottle for like 63 bucks. This is a nice way to get into patchouli. It's patchouli, it's benzoin, it's really nice. Another one to let you guys know about, actually, believe it or not, is Tom Ford's Noir. This one right here that I think is a very sexy one. This is a powdery patchouli fragrance actually. This is a mixture of patchouli and orris root, like powdery notes. It comes across like a sexy, powdery, earthy patchouli fragrance. It's a very nice fragrance. Patchouli is not a note that you guys should be afraid of just because you have maybe some negative experience with it from other people smelling it on them. No, patchouli is very nice. It's a very sexy note. Ask anybody that's really heavily in fragrances. They'll tell you, yeah, patchouli is really sexy. Give patchouli a chance. And the 7th and final fragrance note, I think you ladies and gentlemen should give a chance. This is another pretty big one actually. It's coconut. In my time being in retail, I would have different customers and clients say, I hate the smell of coconut because it smells like suntan lotion. I can understand where they're coming from with this one, but not every fragrance that has coconut in it leans towards suntan lotion. Not every single one is like that. Some fragrances let you guys know about, it's got a nice coconut in it. Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Sun, that one's got a nice coconut in it. Pretty nice, got the light blue DNA. Many people like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue to begin with. This one right here is a flanker to that original fragrance, Light Blue, but it has a nice creamy coconut to it. Creed's Virgin Island Water, very, very sexy. I do still get people to say, some people say it smells like suntan lotion, so I can get it. It's a very sexy tropical fragrance. That's the one right there, Creed's Virgin Island Water. And Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. This one's marketed towards women. I have come across different women that like this fragrance quite a bit. It's got a very prominent coconut in it, but it's very sexy. Typically coconut is used more so in your warmer weather fragrances, but there are some coconut fragrances out there that's more so that's a nice cooler weather fragrance, like Nichona's Fan Your Flames. I think that's what it's called. That's coconut and tobacco, very unique. But also another fragrance that we picked up a lot of buzz is Rihanna's Coconut Nanas. That's pineapple, coconut. Coconut is a fragrance note that I think that people should give a chance. It doesn't always come across like suntan lotion, but I do see where people come from, but it's one that you guys should still give a chance. And these are 7 fragrance notes right here that I think, in my time of being in retail, these are 7 fragrance notes right here that I've seen that many people are afraid of trying. Tobacco, lemon, oud, rose, boozy notes of any kind, patchouli, and coconut. These 7 fragrance notes I see people are afraid of trying or have misconceptions on how they think it's going to smell, even though it comes across completely different when it's blended with other notes and fragrances. Let me know in the comment section below, what are fragrance notes, some fragrance notes that you think people should be more open up to trying. I know there's many different fragrance notes out there, but these are the 7 that I came across that I think people really should give a chance. And I'll reply to every comment, so let me guys know in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because I got a lot of great content planned for you guys. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you have a nice day, nice evening. Till next time.